Hey folks, Mav's Dad here back with another watch review. Today we've got the Seiko SKXA35 200 meter automatic diver. And what we'll do is we'll open this thing up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, and let me give you my overall opinion of the Seiko diver. You've seen this a million times. Typical Seiko watch box with this white outer sleeve. There's the watch on your standard Seiko watch pillow. And of course, you have your documentation here. You have got your instruction manual right there. And you have your warranty with your warranty card in the back right there. So there you go. Seen this stuff a million times, but I've got to show it to you. So let's put this up. We'll take a look at this watch and see what's going on with this thing. All right, what I'll do on the left-hand side of the screen is I'll go ahead and put all the basic specs. You're looking at a 43 millimeter case. It's 13 millimeters thick. It's got a 22 millimeter rubber bracelet. It's got an automatic 7S26 movement in it. Now this is the one that's non-windable and non-hackable. It does have a 43-hour power reserve, which is pretty decent. It's 200 meters water resistant, which is 660 feet. It does have a screw down crown at 4 o'clock, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Your typical Hardlex crystal on just about every Seiko, unless it has a sapphire. It has LumiBrite on all the indexes and hands, and it has a day and date function at 3 o'clock, and it has a unidirectional bezel. And actually the bezel has a really nice click action to it, very little give. I'm guessing this is probably a 120 click bezel. So there you go. Couple things about this. I guess I'm used to reviewing bigger watches here lately, so I'm getting a little spoiled, or I'm getting acclimated to bigger watches. At 43 millimeters, this just feels small on my wrist, and I'll try it on here in a second and show you that. It is very legible with that yellow face. It's super legible in the white indexes and hands. Extremely legible. I like that. The day and date window, although a little bit small, are still very legible. I really just wanted to review a yellow-faced watch, and I was actually trying to get my hands on a Citizen. I can't remember the name of the model, but I didn't know this, but they actually stopped producing it like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was super popular, and they're very, very rare. I mean, you cannot find one anywhere right now, and I think they actually stopped making them, like I said, 4 or 5 years ago. So they're extremely rare if you can get one. I looked on eBay, couldn't find one, looked everywhere, could not find one. But I'll put a picture of that up on the left-hand side of the screen and show you which watch I'm trying to get a hold of. And I would actually like to try to buy it. So if anybody knows somebody that has one, please put that in the comment section. I'd love to get my hands on one of those. The crown, I don't know if it's, I guess I'm just used to different movements now where the crown is a little bit better machined. It's not bad, but it does take a lot of effort to unscrew and screw the crown in, and that's probably just due to basically some break-in period. You know, you're gonna have to unscrew it and screw it a few times to kind of break in those threads. But I guess I've been spoiled with some of these crowns that have been butter smooth on some of these other watches that I've reviewed. So I guess I'm getting a little used to those and not used to these harder crowns. I mean, is it impossible to screw and unscrew? No, it just takes more effort than I'm used to. So anyway, let me go ahead and try the thing on. And this bracelet, this rubber bracelet is extremely comfortable. Really, really comfortable. And if you notice, right here at the end of the bracelet, you have a little Seiko Tsunami logo right there. And of course you have a rubber keeper and a stainless steel clasp. It's nice, it's got some good wrist presence, definitely. But I guess I'm just getting used to bigger watches, guys. And 43 is just a little bit small, I guess maybe like 45 to 50 now. God, I feel like I'm being assimilated like the Borg. I've been assimilated, man. I've gotten used to these bigger watch cases. Really comfortable. Like I said, I love this rubber bracelet. Really, really nice and supple. I wish they would use this type of rubber on those Casio G-Shocks, like the G-Shock that I just reviewed a week or so ago. I wish they would use that quality of rubber because those Casio G-Shocks are really stiff, and this is not. I mean, it's really, really supple. I mean, it feels great. And actually, I just did a review on an Aqualand. That had a super, super nice, I don't know if it was neoprene or rubber. I'm not quite sure what it was. That has a really nice bracelet, too. Let's go ahead and test the lume on this thing real quick too. what I'll do is I'll charge it up, turn off the studio light here. Let's go ahead and charge this thing up. You can actually see a little bit now, but let's go ahead and give it a full charge and see how bright the lume is. You know, with LumiBrite, Seiko is absolutely famous for their LumiBrite luminescent paint. So let's take a look at this thing, and there you go. Just like I thought it was, and there's a nice little reflection you can see in the crystal. There's a nice little reflection, or actually it's probably a refraction of the luminescent paint. I hope you can see that there are certain angles right around the edge of the crystal. You can see a little refraction. Always loved the lume, never had a problem with any lume on any Seiko I have ever had. So there you go. My overall impression of this thing, I mean, it's a nice watch. It's just, I don't know, it's just a little uninspiring. It's very well made. The case is very well made. A lot of polished surfaces on the case. Like I said earlier, the bezel has a really, really good click action to it. I'm guessing, like I said, it's probably 120 clicks. Very, very little give, if any give. One of the better bezels I've tested. Very legible, but it just doesn't really, it doesn't move me. It doesn't do anything. There's no emotional response when I see this watch. And I'm one of those type of guys that I have to have an emotional response when I see a watch. And some of y'all out there, hopefully a lot of y'all out there will understand what I'm talking about. I just want to be visually stunned when I see it. I want to be overwhelmed by the features and the functions and the build quality and the usefulness of the watch. And this one just doesn't do it for me. It's a great watch. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing it at all. It's a great watch. It just, again, just doesn't do much for me, man. I don't know if it's the yellow face. That's not really it. It's not it. It's just, doesn't move me, man. But still a nice watch. A great weekend beater watch. Super, super nice weekend beater watch. You can get these on Amazon for around $220, and I'll put that in the description field. I'll put that link for you. So, I mean, it's nice. It's just, you know, I can do better, and there are better watches out there, especially with the non-winding and non-hackable movement. I've really gotten used to, like, the Black Monsters and some of the others that have that new, I think it's the 4R36 movement, where it's windable and hackable. And they could put that in this if they wanted to. So, Seiko, if you're listening out there, a couple improvements. Put the new movement in here. Make this thing just a little bit bigger. Make the case just a little bit bigger, and work on this crown. I got a lot of hate from the last review I did of the 007, talking about the crown on the 007, how that was really hard. I'm assuming this is probably the same crown, same movement, and I guess it just needs a break-in period, like I said. But I mean, I've had a Black Monster, I've had other movements where the crown was butter smooth, and this one is just not. So, you know, you get what you pay for. So, good looking watch. Very legible, very well made, but just doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really move me. It doesn't make me want to have it. I gotta have it, gotta own it. But it's nice. So anyway, if you like this review, please click on like if you want to subscribe to my channel. I recently passed the 1,500 subscriber mark, which I'm really excited about that. I'll put a little reminder of that in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And I've got some more stuff coming up soon. And if y'all like this, like I said, go out there and get it. $220 on Amazon. Great price for a 200-meter diver. But, you know, I would probably take the 007 over this, simply because I think the 007, it's more iconic. It actually moves me. I like the design better than this one. But, you know, it's all up to your individual opinions and choices and what you like and your personal aesthetic. So, there you go. All right, I'm rambling at this point. All right, folks, until the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.